Hello, I'm Corey Jones and welcome to Seaman Viking News for the 2004-2005 school year. The opening of school is always a time of excitement and change. We sent reporter Robert Riley to take a look at what goes on into starting the school year.
Okay, now.
Frenzy and excitement usually accompany a new school year, and rightfully so. With new classes, teachers and students, and other changes, the school takes a lot of preparing to get ready for the first day of school. I talked with Mr. Ron Van Dusk about what he had to do to prepare the staff.
I think the first thing that we are concerned about when preparing for the school year is to make sure that we have our staff in place. And we had a late resignation in June, which caused a little bit of stress to try to find another replacement in that position and make sure that we have our coaching staffs intact and all of our paraprofessionals hired. First and foremost, we have to have our staff ready to go.
Next, I talked with some sophomores to get their take on being up here at Seaman.
Well, at first I was a little nervous. I thought I might be shoved in my locker a couple times, but so far it's going really well, and people here at Seaman are pretty nice.
I was nervous about not making it to class on time because there was a lot of people walking around the halls and I didn't want to be late.
These students seem to be adapting well to Seaman. Next, I talked to Miss Donna Schmidt, the new administrator at Seaman, about her first year here.
I'm very excited. I have a lot of enthusiasm. My first actual event with students was a Stuco lock-in, and I think they were surprised when the teachers and sponsors who were there actually got up and did karaoke and the electric slide, and we got involved. And I think I'm very willing to have fun. I think people need to see that students at least need to see that teachers are capable of having fun and not always serious, and they want to have a good time too.
Not only do we have a new vice principal, but we also have a new counselor. She's replacing Mr. Stuckey, and those are some large shoes to fill. I talked with her about her transition from being a grade school teacher to now being a high school counselor.
There is an incredible difference. Responsibilities are different, the kids are different, but I love it. It was a great change.
Well, it sounds like we're off to a great start. Good luck to everyone for this up-and-coming school year.
The Seaman High family is always looking at ways to help students reach their full potential. Last spring, a group of students decided that there was a need for an academic recognition program. Colby Sharples and Stephanie Allen talked with faculty and students about the program.
On Wednesday, August 25, 2004, students flew into the auditorium to hear more about the new SHARP program that helps encourage students to raise their grades.
Well, you know, Seaman High School's done an awesome job of recognizing athletics and a lot of the things that we do around here, but what we have not done, I think, a good enough job of, is recognizing academics.
Last year, Miss Chamberlain and a few of her students got together to form a program that would give students an incentive to do well in school.
SHARP is a student recognition program, and it's based upon students' grades. We have the grades of all the students right now, and at the end of the semester, we'll be taking a look at the cumulative weighted GPA of every student. And then there are 4 categories. If students are a 4.0 or above, they're a 4-star student. 3.5 to 3.99, they're a 3-star student. 3.0 to 3.49 are a 3-star student. And the best part is that any student who improves their grade from what it is right now and to the end of the semester will be a 1-star student.
After the assembly, we asked some students how they felt about the new SHARP program.
The program was actually pretty entertaining, and I think they got their point across. They're trying. I think the program actually could help with raising GPA among the school, especially with the underclassmen, because it could inspire them to work a little harder, and especially being younger, they have more years in high school, and so prepare more for college, raising their GPA with more years.
Although many students were excited about the SHARP program, there are some that weren't too pleased about it.
I don't know, because you only get 1 hour if you have a lower grade average, and if you have a higher grade average, you got 4 hours. And I mean, if you're that smart, you really think you need 4 hours out of school. And for the people that don't have good grades, you know, they don't even want to be here at school. So
there are some students at Seaman that agree and some that don't agree, but Seaman hopes that this program will help everyone be encouraged to raise their grades.
That sounds like a great idea to promote academic recognition for students. Sports is off to a great start this year. I talked with coaches and athletes about the fall season. They say all good things must come to an end, but for this year's 2004 Seaman Viking football squad, they hope to prove everyone wrong.
We just been working on improving the mistakes that we made. And we watched on film. There's a number of mistakes that we made that we can correct, and it wasn't a matter of just Manhattan just running over us. It was just doing a lot of things incorrectly that we'll be able to fix.
They may be off to a rough start at 0-3, but by paying attention to the little details, the little mistakes, and hopefully playing with a higher level of intensity, they hope to correct this.
It's going to be a physical game. Hayden's very big. They got an injured running back, but their replacement, Ingenthron, did a nice job for him, and he reminds me a lot of the running back from Manhattan. So we're going to have to tackle a lot better, and if we do that and cut our mistakes down, then we're going to be real competitive.
Last year's cross-country team took second at state and left them with a burning desire to get back. But as they found out this year, the road may not be as flat as it was last year.
Well, to be realistic, Rimrock as a team didn't go very well. We were missing our #1 runner, which certainly is a big effect in big meets. But the rest of the team, I'd say half the team performed up to their capability, and the other half did not, which is not uncommon in big-time competition, which Rimrock is. So we're hoping to make amends after last week's meet with our home meet coming up this Saturday at North Community Center.
This team has all the makings for a championship team. It's just whether or not they can put it all together at the right time.
Well, again, that's totally up to our team members. I still think we have a chance to be a quality team. We still have to establish number 5, 6, and 7. I think through the first 4 we're pretty good, but number 5 can make a big difference in how you score as a team. So we're hoping some people step up between now and the end of the season.
This year's girls cross-country team is talented despite how young they all are, as they were led by 2 sophomores, Ashley Guerin and Autumn Kidwell.
We had a pretty good week. We had a number of girls run their best times and make the all-time list. Our team placing wasn't great, but we're a team where we've got some JV runners and varsity runners that are going to eventually come together and be a varsity. So we really ran pretty well.
Even though this is a very young team, they're still set on success.
I think everyone's going to do really good since it's our course and it's not very hilly, and everyone's just going to be pumped because it's a home meet.
The boys soccer team has gotten off to a good start at 3-2-1, including a tie over a very tough Shawnee Heights squad.
Our first few games, I think we played pretty well, especially against the Shawnee Heights game. We tied them 1-1. If we would have played a little harder, we might have been able to beat them. But then last night against Manhattan, I feel we didn't quite play up to our top ability, and our intensity was a little low, so that's why we lost.
There may still be room for improvement, but this team can do it.
Well, the boys know Topeka West is a good team, and they realize that they need to play at their top level, and kind of yesterday's game was a wake-up call so that they'll probably play better against West. They know that West has lost only 1 game, and if they want to beat West, they have to play at their top level, but not just hard, but also smart and do the right things on the field.
I'm looking forward to some great sports competition this fall. This week, a longtime member of Seaman staff, Kathy Hanshaw, was diagnosed with a serious illness. Her family is without drug insurance, and her drug bills are projected to be very high. As a way to help her out, the Seaman faculty will hold a car wash on October 2nd to raise money for Kathy. Please contact the high school if you would like more information or would like to donate to this worthwhile cause. That's all for today. Don't forget to watch the rebroadcast of this show Sunday evening at 6 o'clock. We'll see you soon. Hello, I'm Corey Jones and welcome to the Seaman Viking News for the 2004-2005 school year. The opening of school is always a time of excitement and change. We sent reporter Robert Riley to take a look at what goes on into starting the school year.
Frenzy and excitement usually accompany a new school year, and rightfully so, with new classes, teachers, and students. The school takes a lot of preparing to get ready for the first day of school. I talked with Mr. Ron Van Dusk about what he had to do to prepare the staff.
I think the first thing that we are concerned about with when preparing for the school year is to make sure that we have our staff in place. And we had a late resignation in June, which caused a little bit of stress to try to find another replacement in that position and make sure that we have our coaching staffs intact and all of our paraprofessionals hired. First and foremost, we have to have our staff ready to go.
Next, I talked with some sophomores to get their take on being up here at Seaman.
Well, at first I was a little nervous. I thought I might be shoved in my locker a couple times, but so far it's going really well, and people here at Seaman are pretty nice.
I was nervous about not making it to class.